Hi guys, I am sorry for the late start to the live stream. Yeah, my computer did something I have never had it do before. That was fun. It gave me some kind of an error message and said that my PC had an error and they had to gather information and then it would restart for me or something equally odd. And I tried to override that with Control-Alt-Delete, and it would not let me. So I had to sit there and watch it count down 5%, 10%, etc. Meanwhile, right now, I'm trying to get the spreadsheet up, but I can't get my email program to open that has the spreadsheet in it. So yeah, there you go. But I want to keep you waiting, so I thought it would open up and we'd be fine. But of course, nothing's going to go as planned tonight. That's obvious. And normally all these little kinks would have been worked out ahead of time, but best laid plans, right? Somebody tells me on a high dollar team just a few minutes before the break is going to start that they're in fact not going to pay for it. So then I'm scrambling around and trying to get that sold by way of second chance and changing the spreadsheet and all that fun stuff in the time when I would have normally been making sure that all of this other stuff was done. And then we had the PC error. So yay, 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 yay. And we may just have to break without the spreadsheet because I don't understand why, but for some reason my my software, my email will not open. I have no idea why. But it is, oh, now is it finally going to open, maybe? Oh, it might be going to finally open now. I've just complained enough that it's going to. Anyway, tonight, what we have on tap, guys, if I can ever get us started, is a jersey, a Tristar Game Day Greats autographed football jersey. And then we have a box of 2016 Black Gold Football. Both of those are pretty quick breaks. And then we'll have a full case of Bowman's Best Baseball. That'll be the third break of the night. These first two, again, you know, they're going to take 4 or 5 minutes at the most, I would think. Maybe 6 or 7 minutes maybe, but not a lot. I'm just waiting for this spreadsheet to download so that I can put it up, and then we'll be going. John, you were asking me if there's any other second chance available. It was actually just the one team that someone didn't pay for. It was the Braves in Bowman's Best, and that bidder let me know that they weren't going to take it. They had, I guess, an error in their bid amount, and then they couldn't cancel the bid, and I don't know, I think it just kind of snowballed. Anyway, so I did manage to get that second chance offer out, albeit cutting it a little close. We still would have been fine if I hadn't had the strange PC error, but there you go. So this is one box of 2016 Panini Black Gold Football that we're going to open up first. This is break number 18, so the 18th time we've been into this particular product. Our eBay end date tonight, Sunday, January the 7th. It was supposed to start at 9:15. You guys know I got started about 10 minutes late. And again, I'm sorry about that. Sometimes technology slows me down when otherwise we would have been in pretty good shape. Team names are on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. We'll scroll down through here and give everybody a chance to see their name up in lights. And of course, for this break, Black Gold, and also for the jersey break that will be coming up behind it, you guys know, of course, there's not 32, there's 32 teams that have bids, but there aren't 32 cards in this box. So obviously not every team is going to pull a card. And if I would ask you to please refer to the listing description if you are among the teams who do not pull something out of this break or out of the jersey. And it tells you in there what happens when your team doesn't pull anything. And basically you have a couple of options as to what you want to do and how quickly it can be done and all that kind of stuff. Typically, I would wait and send you something the next time you have a package shipping from a different break, but sometimes people don't prefer that. So if that's the case, once again, you do have options. Please just read through the listing description and it will explain all of that to you, and then you can let me know what, if anything, you want to do differently than I would normally do. You saw, of course, the background went out of focus there. That was on purpose. That's so we can look at our cards up a little more closely. This is to 225, first out for the Broncos with the Shannon Sharp. Of course, all of the cards in black gold are numbered, so nothing unnumbered coming out of here. Big Ben for my Pittsburgh Steelers, numbered to 50. And looks like we're going to be playing the Jags again. Scene of the worst game of the year. Whew, that was ugly. That week 5, I mean. Josh Doxson for the Redskins. That is to 225. How about a little Emmitt Smith to 10 for the Cowboys? Always nice to see one numbered to 10, although I'm quite sure the Cowboys are more interested in pulling Dak or Zeke. And we're going to have a couple of quad cards here, guys. So we're probably going to have to head to random on this. This is numbered to 249. We have 4 different materials here. Jared Goff for the Rams, Carson Wentz Eagles, Paxton Lynch Broncos, and Christian Hackenberg Jets. So that's kind of like the top half of the card that did well and the bottom half of the card that crashed and burned. We're going to set that aside because we will have to go look at our team ownership on that in a minute. And ditto here. We've got another quad materials card. Sterling Shepard for the Giants, Michael Thomas for the Saints, Tyler Boyd Bengals, and Braxton Miller Texans. So basically, if anyone owns 51% or more of a card, it would be theirs. So to own 51% of that, you would have to have 3 of the 4 teams. If someone does not own 3 of the 4 teams, we will do random from amongst those 4 teams to determine who's going to get each of those cards. Charkandrick West is numbered to 99 for the Kansas City Chiefs, who sadly fell apart in their playoff game. I was sad to see that, actually. Sterling Shepard for the Giants, that's to 199 on the golden hands insert with a little materials relic there. And Charles Haley for the Cowboys to 25. That's a cool little card for the Cowboys fans. Another quad. That's really crazy. We got 3 out of the same box. So this one, Cardale Jones for the Bills, Braxton Miller for the Texans, Michael Thomas for the Saints, and Joey Bosa for the Chargers. So we have got a lot of stuff to do. We're going to take a look at this one first, okay? So there's 2 reasons I want you to look at this again. The first is, oh gosh, the way the light hits that is terrible. The first is, so you know how I'm going to put it in random. I always go either left to right or top to bottom. So in this case, I will put it in as Giants, Bengals, Saints, and Texans in that order, assuming that no one owns 3 of the 4 teams. And then I would hit random, or I will hit random 3 different times, and the first 2 won't count. The third one will tell us where it's going to go. So the Giants right here, Stang Lover. Who else did I say was on here? Michael Thomas for the Saints. That's Pig 613. Then we have the Bengals. All right. So we definitely don't have anybody that owns 3 of the 4 teams on that. So I think we're safe to go ahead and roll over here to random, except I think I might have us on the wrong page. Yeah. Let's try the skin. Yeah, this is the page we mean to be on. That was me trying to get my email up earlier. All right, so Giants, Bengals, Saints, and Texans. And once again, please remember the first 2 times that we do this won't count. So that doesn't count, second doesn't count, third will count. And there you'll see we've randomized 3 times. There's our date and time stamp, and that comes up to the Saints. So I'm going to switch us back over here. We'll take a look at that one. And that must be the wrong. Let's try that again. With the right card sleeve might be helpful. And I'm just circling. I'm circling obviously on the sleeve, guys, not on the card itself. But that is to remind me what team got that. So this one off to the Saints. Next up will be Rams, Broncos, Eagles, and Jets. So we'll take a look back at our spreadsheet on that. Let's see. Here are the Rams. Who else did I say? The Broncos are... Oh, well, we could possibly have somebody with a couple of them here. Let's go back here. Broncos and the Rams, they are the same team owner. So if he's got either the Jets or the Eagles, he'll be in good shape, right? So the Jets is Stang Lover and the Eagles... No. So he had 2, but you have to have 3 of the 4 to own 51%. So that means we are back on random again for this card. And same as before in the order that I will put them in, starting from the left and then going top to bottom. So that will give us Rams, Broncos, Eagles, and Jets. First 2 random do not count. So doesn't count, doesn't count. Third and final does. And that card is going to the Rams. So we'll go back and take a look at it. Well, I don't know. Why are these sleeves? I mean, this is like a pack of the sleeves that are supposed to be the thick ones. And every other sleeve that I pull out of there are regular sleeves. So what is going on with that? I'd like to know. So this card was awarded to the Eagles by way of random, which will now bring us to Bills, Saints, Texans, and Chargers. Never had that many quads come out of one box. That's just crazy. All right, so the Bills, the Buffalo Bills right here. Then we have Saints, Chargers, and Texans. Here's Chargers. Where did I lose Texans? Texans, so he has 2. And where are my Saints? So no, he did not get 3. He just had 2 of the 4. So same situation as before. Somebody's got 2 of the 4, but it requires 3 of the 4, obviously, to have 51%. And the reason, some people are like, why isn't it 50%? Well, because somebody could own 50% and somebody else could own the other 50%, and then you'd still be at a tie. You know what I mean? So that's why it has to be 51% or more. Otherwise, you go to random. So I think that's the way most breakers do it, although I have been told that some say you only have to own 50%. But I don't know. As I just said, I think you could run into problems that way. But everybody does their own thing. All right, first one doesn't count, second one doesn't count, third and final will count, and you'll see there 3 times our date and time stamp, and it's going to the Bills. Poor little Buffalo Bills. Tyrod Taylor, you just know he's gone now. You just know he's out of a job. All right, so this quad card awarded to the Bills by way of random. This one awarded to the Rams by way of random. This one to the Saints by way of random. And then the rest of our hits we had for the Cowboys, the nice old Charles Haley to 25. And then Sterling Shepard for the Giants with the material. Sharkandrick West to 99 for the Chiefs. And even though this isn't a material or signature, it's a nice little Emmitt Smith to 10, so we'll show it again as well. So that took a little longer than Black Gold normally does, but we have it all taken care of now, and that's what's important. So let me put us back on the spreadsheet again so that I can bring up the jersey. That is the next break that we've got going here. And, of course, that is the Game Day Greats. It's a Tristar Game Day Greats jersey autographed. And hang on one second, I am trying to fiddle with something real fast there. All right, so this is a 2017 Tristar Game Day Greats autograph football jersey, break number 4. 4th time we've opened it. It ended tonight on the 7th, and our live stream schedule is also tonight on the 7th. Couple of things in here you see that say no bids buyback. Guys, those are just pretty self-explanatory. It's a team that didn't sell. Nobody wanted to give it a forever home. So if something comes out for that team or one of those teams, of course, it would stay here with me. Otherwise, if it comes out for you, it will head out the door probably in about 4 or 5 days. And that is the same thing with Black Gold, because both of those are completely free shipping items, and all of those free shipping items go out about once every 5 days, just to kind of help keep costs down. And, oh, this is a nice one, and I'm jealous. And the other thing, once again, just a reminder, if this is not your team that this is coming out for, you have some options as to what happens. So please, please read the listing description. It will tell you what happens if your team is not the one that was pulled. And it will give you some options. I would ask you to please review those, and then you can send me a message if you want it done differently than I would normally do it. This is Le'Veon Bell for my Pittsburgh Steelers. That is an excellent hit. Here's your JSA authentication. I'll put this little card down in the plastic bag as well. So when you get it, make sure you look for both of those cards down inside the bag with your jersey. And yeah, that is an excellent hit. I love it. Now I got to catch up here on these. You guys are asking me some questions. Robert Bowman's Best is coming up right now. And Jay was asking me about the random. I went back over those. I'm hoping that it was after you put in that message, Jay. If it was not, and you still need to know about the randoms from the last Black Gold break, hit me back up in chat and I'll let you know. I wasn't looking over the whole time. And Eagles, Adrian Fanatic, hello to you. And it sounds like Jay is taken off. So, all right. Sorry about that, Jay. I didn't see that earlier. So this brings us to 8 boxes of 2017 Bowman's Best Baseball. This is a full case break, is break number 8. Our eBay end date, of course, again tonight, our live stream schedule tonight. And if you didn't hear me say it earlier, this team, the Atlanta Braves, that is not our original bidder, but we did have someone very kindly pick that up by way of second chance. Sometimes that happens. A bidder will send you a message and say basically, hey, I'm not going to be paying for my bid. And so then, yeah, I got to, when that happens, I will usually send a message to the immediate underbidder. And then if they want it, I will send it to them by way of a second chance offer. Sometimes they don't see the message in time, or they don't want it either. And in that case, we usually try to sell it through chat. I mean, of course, ideally, everybody would just kind of pay their, this is just a poster. It's like a, I don't know, welcome 2018 Major League Baseball poster on top there. But ideally, everybody would pay for their bids, but in reality, it doesn't work that way. So sometimes that happens. I appreciate your patience with me tonight, with our little delayed start compliments of whatever strange thing Windows was doing. I've really never seen that before. It was a mess. It had a QR code even. Like, I would think it was a virus, except I know it's not, because I have a pretty solid little virus thing on there. But this message pops up from Windows and says something about your computer had a, I don't remember if it said critical error. Might have said critical error. I don't know. Had some kind of an error. And we're gathering information to report it or something like that. And we'll restart when we finish. And then there's a QR code that you can scan to see whatever it was, which obviously I didn't do because I was in a hurry. And some code it tells you to give if you call Microsoft support. So I do not know what all that is, but it did not sound good. So I don't know what happened. I hope it doesn't mean that I'm going to end up having to buy a whole new computer, but you never know, I guess. But the super weird thing about it was you couldn't override it. Like normally if you get some kind of weird message from Windows, you guys probably know, you can just kind of Control Alt Delete and override it and restart manually and go on about your way. And I tried to do that and it would not let me. So if anybody else has ever seen that message, it's the first time I have ever seen it. If anybody else has ever seen it, let me know, because I'm like afraid that I've got something crazy going on with my computer and it's freaking me out a little bit, just slightly. Hi, Alan P. It is your first break with me. Well, I'm glad to have you, and I am sorry that we got started late. That's a terrible way for me to introduce myself to you. I'm sorry about that, man. Typically, I am very good about starting on time, but at least once every couple months or so, I will have something weird happen. Windows will start doing an update, or the broadcast software will freeze up. Something strange happens, and I end up being a little late. And just as a general FYI, guys, just if something doesn't start on time, you know it's supposed to start at whatever time, and it hasn't started, just know that I am doing my very best to get us up and running, and don't go far, because I'm usually only a couple minutes late when that happens. Tonight was unusual. Oh, so you had the thing happen last night too? I say, what is that message? Like, that was completely flipping me out, because I have never seen a thing come up like that from Windows that won't let you do anything and counts a percentage and says it's compiling an error report and all that stuff. It was weird. So, I don't know. At least I'm not alone. So whatever it is, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I hope it's not a virus. But anyway, Alan has got the twins tonight, it seems. So we'll try to find you some twins. Somebody else asked me earlier tonight. Somebody said, oh, what was it in chat? Somebody specifically called out they were looking for some good something hits. I know that, I know my Braves team owner is in here, who was kind enough to take that second chance offer from the bidder who decided they were not going to be able to take it. So I know we've got some love out in the universe for the Twins and for the Braves, but I want to say somebody else back up there a minute ago said something they were looking for. Reds and Phillies, there you go. Thank you. Thank you, John. I knew you said something, but I couldn't remember the team. And it had already scrolled down so far in the chat on my little iPad window that I couldn't see it anymore. So basically, here's what happens with this, guys. I'm going to take, as you see, we're taking everything out of the packs for half of the case, so 4 of the boxes. Once those come out, we'll start looking through them. After we look through them, we'll do the same thing on the last 4 boxes. So that way you don't have so much delayed gratification. So we'll do half and then half. And of course, in Bowman's Best, there's a lot of insert series in here. Most of them are refractors that are the insert series. In fact, I think all of them are. So I'm not going to specifically call out refractor every time on those. But you'll find, or we will find, Baseball America inserts. There will be Best Cuts inserts, Raking Rookies inserts, and seems like I'm forgetting one. Might be one other one that I can't conjure out of my brain at the moment. But all those, the entire insert series will be a refractor, so I'll call out when it's an atomic refractor, but if it's just a basic one, I won't. And really the same for our base refractors. Unless somebody specifically wants me to call out each one, I will trust that you know what they look like when you see them go by with that pretty little rainbow of colors. I'll call out, of course, the ones that are numbered, our color, and some of the ones, you know, like if it's an Aaron Judge or something like that, I would call that out. But how many packs are in a case? That's a good question. Let's see here. How many packs are, well, one of these mini boxes probably tells me how many packs is in it. Let's see. Does it say in here how many packs are in each box? 8 packs per mini box. So, of course, there's 2 mini boxes per master box. So, did I say 8? It's 6. I don't know why I said 8. It says right on there 6, and I even showed you 6, and then I stupidly somehow said 8. So, anyway, there are 6 packs per mini box, which means 12 per master box. So, 12 times 8. So, 10 times 8 is 80, and then another 16, so 96 if I did the math right in my head in terms of number of packs. There's 2 autographs per mini box, 4 autographs per master box, so we should have a total of 32 autographs. We will usually find 1 or 2 Baseball America that will be atomic refractors. We usually find 2 of the ones that say best cuts that will be atomic refractors. And then, of course, you know, we'll find some just regular players that will be atomic refractors as well. And I definitely have a tendency to forget and call them cracked ice, because that's what Panini calls that pattern. So if you hear me slip up and call one cracked ice, just know that what I mean is atomic refractor. So I think that's most of our housekeeping notes, and we are ready to get off to the races. So this is an example of the Baseball America insert. We'll find lots and lots of them. And most of this stuff, guys, I don't put in sleeves as we go, but there will be a lot of it that will go into sleeves after the fact, after the break. You're also going to see me set a lot of things off to the right, but do not worry, there are mats over there as well. That's the area that I use for sorting. David Peterson for the Mets is our first autograph out. And it's just usually a little faster if I don't stop and put everything in sleeves live and do it right after we wrap up. That was, of course, one of the best cuts that you just saw. Mirror image, that's the one I forgot. Knew there was an insert I forgot. And, of course, you'll see on one part of the card we have a rookie/prospect. In this case, it's Kevin Maytan. The other part of the card is a veteran player, in this case, Miguel Sano. And I'm going to set each and every one of those off to the side because, oh, that's a nice little Reese Hoskins, because we will have to award those by way of random at the end of the break. So we're going to keep a stack of those running. There's usually 1 atomic refractor for that per case, and here it is with Kopech and Scherzer. And basically, guys, what will happen with those is I will put into random rookie/prospect on one line, veteran on the other, and then we'll let random determine which half of the card will get it. Adam Hazley for the Phillies is our second autograph out. Nice little Mackenzie Gore refractor there for the Padres. What do you all think about Torres? Do you think they're actually going to finally bring him up? I kind of thought they'd bring him up before now, but obviously they have not. I'm hoping that they bring him up sooner rather than later. God, I think he's ready by now. Evan White for the Seattle Mariners. Little Ichiro refractor there. And I see, oh, 2 atomic refractors. How about that? Back to back. One for the Indians with Corey Kluber. And the other one, Bryce Harper for the Nats. So a couple back to back. I do have one more. Oh, here's another atomic refractor. Dalbec for the Boston Red Sox on the Baseball America insert. So I do have one more case of this on hand of Bowman's Best, and I think it is breaking on Thursday night if memory serves. Jeter Downs for the Cincinnati Reds. I kind of meant to put up the spreadsheet that shows what all is coming up for the upcoming week, but with all the wondrous excitement of having my computer go crazy and then my email go crazy and not want to open, I forgot to put it up and show it to you. Drew Ellis for the Diamondbacks. So I'll put that up maybe at the end of the break. I don't like to switch out of this view once we have cards open on the table. Raking Rookies, Ryan Healy insert. Nice little hit for the Indians, Tristan McKenzie. Shipping on this stuff, guys, on this Bowman's Best. What is today? Sunday night. So I've got to think about what else has got to go out this week. This is probably going to ship to you on Wednesday. It's an Aaron Judge base. If I can get it out the door sooner, I absolutely will. But kind of generally speaking, kind of in the back of your head, think of Wednesday. Nate Pearson for the Blue Jays. Little Ronald Acuna action there on that refractor. Ian Happ, Raking Rookies. Mirror image with Royce Lewis and Carlos Correa. Bellinger and Votto mirror image. Our first color, finally, and it is for the A's, blue parallel to 150, Chris Davis. Little Mike Trout Baseball America, followed by a second Baseball America Atomic Refractor. This one, Armenteros for the Oakland A's. And for some reason, Charlie Blackmon in this year's Bowman's Best is pretty much always a refractor. I don't know if I've pulled a Charlie Blackmon out of here yet that isn't a refractor. Seems like they all are for some reason. I don't know why. Little Christian Aurora rookie refractor. Mirror image with Mr. Aaron Judge and Giancarlo, who are going to be, I guess, are already teammates. That trade already happened. P.J. Conlon for the Mets, because you're going to find him at least once, if not 20 times, in Bowman's Best. I say 20 times. You're not really going to find him 20 times, but he's in here a lot. Best Cuts, Reese Hoskins for the Phillies, followed by a little more color. Jose Barrios for the Twins, blue parallel to 150. A little Jose Altuve. I know you are rooting for my Bellinger auto, Randall. So yeah, if you haven't heard me, I know some of you are new to breaking with me. So I have a little streak going, and this is what Randall is referencing in chat. In every product that it has been possible to pull a Cody Bellinger, which his first appearance with Topps was in Allen and Ginter. It was a redemption, but nonetheless, in every product since then, I have pulled Cody Bellinger, an auto, out of every one. Trey Mancini for the Orioles with the Atomic Refractor, followed by a little Carlos Correa to 250 purple parallel for the Astros. So I've had the streak going all that time, right? Jay Groom for the Boston Red Sox. Nice little hit. And now here we are on my next to last case of Bowman's Best, and I haven't hit it yet. So I'm kind of, I'm wondering where he is. Brendan McKay and Rizzo on that mirror image. Because I don't want my streak to end. I want to find him. I really can't believe I haven't found him by now. I mean, good grief. This is what, the 8th case of Bowman's Best? It's like a lot. And he's not, I've not pulled the auto yet. So that is what Randall is referencing there. A little Kevin Maytan refractor that went by. Adam Hazley again for the Phillies. And so, you know, if I haven't found him, Alex Bregman, rookie refractor, if I haven't pulled it in this case and I don't pull it in the last case that I have, you know I'll have to buy another case and keep trying. I'm just going to have to. Austin Meadows, atomic refractor for the Pirates. Nice little Ahmed Rosario refractor, a Benintendi. Oh, a numbered mirror image. I don't pull these very often. This one, 250, and the gold parallel, Francisco Lindor and Ahmed Rosario. Speaking of Rosario. And Robert says he needs to see a judge come out tonight. And I don't disagree with you there either. I would like to pull him for you as well. Love to do that. Quentin Holmes for the Indians. That one is numbered 10 of 10. So nice low number on the Quentin Holmes. Indians off to a pretty good little start tonight. A couple of nice parallels. Josh Donaldson, atomic refractor for the Blue Jays. Hunter Renfroe, raking rookies. Little Guerrero refractor there. Somebody needs to tell me how this guy pronounces his last name for the Brewers. Is it Huria? I don't know. Hyra? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And I pull him every single time out of everything. Multiple times. And I never can say his name. Andrew Benintendi, rookie refractor, went by. Whoops, set that over with our other refractors. Chance Adams, so the Yankees are on the board, but not with the player they're looking for, I don't think. And Chris says, oh yeah, all right, he wants to see a Ronald Acuna. All right. I've had some pretty good luck pulling Acuna out of various things. So hopefully we can manufacture one for you tonight as well. Ian Happ, green parallel to 99 for the Cubbies. Oh, look at that. See, ask and ye shall receive, Chris. That timing just couldn't have been any better because right there is your Ronald Acuna for the Braves. How about you? Now you're happy. Now you're a happy man. See, the universe has rewarded you for kindly picking up on that second chance offer where the original bidder was not going to be able to pay. Moncada White Sox refractor. So, universe, the card-breaking powers that be took care of you on that one, man. Nice old Nick Senzel best cuts, a Brendan McKay refractor. Nick Senzel auto. We have pulled Nick Senzel out of here. In fact, we pulled one to 50 on one of the, I think it was a best cuts parallel a couple cases back. So he's definitely in here. Royce Lewis, nice hit for the Twins. And of course, you know I'm a sense. Oh, followed by Brendan McKay. What the what, man? We are hitting a little run here. Acuna, followed by Royce Lewis, followed by Brendan McKay. That's 3 really nice hits right in a row. I'm happy. I'm happy now. Hopefully you guys are happy too. Nice Joe Adele, purple parallel to 250 for the Angels. And Tapia got us rolling. Oh, P Money, you're funny. Yeah, I know. We already sold that second chance. You know I already sold that second chance, but I like your sense of humor, man. And all right, guys, so we are now in our the second half of the case here. Our last 4 boxes our last 4 master boxes, which is our last 8 mini boxes. And let's see what we can get going. So far, we're on a pretty good little run. We're doing okay for the most part. Hopefully, we're going to continue on that, like that nice little path that we were just on. And find some more heat coming out of there. For sure, for sure. All right, we're getting close. Of course, we still have to get them all out of the pack, so I say we're getting close. We're really only getting close to getting them all out of the mini box. We still have to get them all out of the pack, so. Robert was asking Chris to rub the screen because Chris is just calling it, right? He's just putting out there, hey, let's hit a such and such, and then boom, there it comes. He's kind of fortune teller, giving us the magic 8 ball, and so far it's working. He's been pretty good with calling them so far tonight. Brandon, you are asking Rangers, who? Rangers, Rockies, Rockies, Rangers, Rockies, or Royals. There haven't been Royals because there's only a couple of possibilities for Royals hits in Bowman's Best, and I don't think we've seen either one of those. Rangers are similar. There's only 1 or 2 hits possible for the Rangers as well, so I don't remember seeing Rangers. I don't remember seeing Royals. Rockies, there were refractors for Rockies, but I don't think that there were anything else. I don't think there were autographs, but you know my memory. You can't hold me to that 100%, but of course we'll recap it at the end. And we'll be able to double check my poor memory and see where we end up. So besides this, which of course we've got the 1 case left that'll break on Thursday night, I think it is. We're going to break a little more of Chronicles this upcoming week. We're going to bust a case of that, and again, we'll do half and half on it just because of the number of cards in it. It's just easier to break it up and do it half and half. And we're also going to do Leaf Valiant, and we got a couple cases of that. I think I've got 1 case listed right now, and I'll put the second one in sometime pretty soon. And Valiant is cool. If you haven't heard, it was reconfigured to match the configuration that they used for Valiant Football this year. So there's, is it 4 or 5? I would have to double check. It's either 4 or 5 autographs the way you would normally see them in there. You know, they put them in the sleeves and the top loaders. They're already that way when you take them out of the box for Leaf. And then there's also 1 graded card in each box. It's also, of course, autographed, but it's been graded. And it's guaranteed to have graded at 9.5 or higher, which is really nice. So you're not dealing with any kind of low number graded stuff. And there are Black Label 10s in there. Now, whether or not we'll hit them remains to be seen, but they're definitely in the product. And we hit a couple of them when I broke Valiant Football. But the graded cards are always nice to hit, especially when you know they're going to be high, graded high. So looking forward to getting into the Leaf Valiant starting, I think, Wednesday night might be the first night we break it. It's either Tuesday night or Wednesday night. And Brandon, oh, the jersey, it was sweet, man. It's Le'Veon Bell for my Pittsburgh Steelers. It was a nice jersey hit. I was super jealous. I saw that Le'Veon Bell. I'm like, oh. I'm always jealous when my Steelers hit. You know how it is. But I have so much stuff in my house. The last thing I need is to add anymore. So it's better for me to look at it, be jealous about it for a day or so, get it in the mail, and get it on its way. It do not need to add to the volume of things that we have in this house. We have so much stuff. So, all right, this is the back half of our case, the last 4 boxes, and we are off to the races. First half was pretty good, and hopefully our second half will be equally good. Faria and Fulmer on that one. And again, all those little mirror images will be awarded at the end of the break. We'll use random to do it. Cousins to 50 in the gold parallel, Baseball America. Devers. Alex Verdugo for the Dodgers. Nice little hit as well. Robert says he's feeling the Judge. He's feeling the Aaron Judge coming down the pike. Well, let's see what we can do for you. Runed and Moncada. I haven't pulled an autograph yet for Aaron out of Bowman's Best, so we're probably due for him as well as Bellinger. We've pulled a Benintendi, but not Bellinger or Judge yet. Chris Sale to 99 for the Red Sox. Here's an Aaron Judge refractor. Of course, we want one with a signature on it. Clark Schmidt for the New York Yankees. Well, I guess I need to remember to look at the back. Every once in a while, you'll find something weird on the back, like where they've signed it and the ink was wet and they stacked another one on top of it, and there'll be ink or something unusual that you're not expecting on the back. So I try to remember to show the back, front and the back of hits most of the time, but Will Myers Atomic Refractor for the Padres. We haven't had a whole lot of color out of here yet either. I mean, I guess a decent amount, but not a whole lot really. Nice little Hank Aaron Atomic Refractor on the Best Cuts insert, and that one for the Braves, of course. You guys know Hank Aaron's one of my favorite players. Love Hank Aaron. I love Johnny Bench. They make me happy. Lewis Brinson to 50. Gold parallel Milwaukee Brewers. Did I set that in the wrong place? I sure did. Trying to keep some of my piles separate over there so that we can recap them easily at the end of the break. Shane Baz for the Pirates. Oh, there goes that twitch in my finger again. I have had a twitch in my middle finger, you know, the flip-off finger of my right hand, an intermittent twitch in that finger for a week now. It is making me crazy. Tristan McKenzie for the Indians in the Atomic Refractor. I don't know how to make it stop. Does anybody know how to make a muscle twitch stop? Because, I mean, it's just making me insane. Brendan McKay to 250 for the Tampa Bay Rays. Purple parallel. Mirror image, Yelich and Benintendi. There's Torres. But just as a... Oh, nice hit. Oh, really nice hit. 1 of 1. Boom. Oh, Red Sox. Your Rafael Devers, Baseball America, and 1 of 1 on top of that. So, yay. Go Red Sox. If you want, that's a sticker auto, by the way. That's one of the few in here that are sticker autos, is when they're on an insert like that, as opposed to the regular cards that are all on card autos. Brett Phillips for the Milwaukee Brewers. If you want a one-touch magnetic case for that, or really, guys, for anything that you pull with me, it doesn't just have to be a 1 of 1. Shoot me a message on eBay and let me know. Anything we would use tonight would just be a $3 charge. That would cover the case and the PayPal fees, and that's all I'm looking to do, cover my costs. And I'll be happy to put it in there for you if you want one. The only time that it would be more than that's if it's a weird size case. Nice little Yuli Gurriel for the Astros. So far has been a pretty darn good case. I'm pretty happy with what we're pulling right now. So you think some electrolytes or Gatorade will stop my twitching finger? I will definitely try that because I cannot stand it. It is making me nuts, man. Jose Ramirez to 99 for the Indians. Green parallel. I mean, because sometimes I'm sorting or I'm typing or I'm doing something where I need to use that finger, and you kind of have to stop because it gets all crazy and twitchy, and, you know, you never know what it's going to do. Royce Lewis, Atomic Refractor for the Twins. Followed by a little Nick Senzel refractor there. So yeah, I'll try that. I'll try whatever, Gatorade and whatever else you said, electrolytes. Is that like Pedialyte? I guess a Pedialyte would work. There's a Victor Robles refractor that went by. I don't know why Mookie Betts was... I guess a whole stack is upside down. Wasn't just him. Mitchell White, nice hit for the Dodgers to go along with their Alex Verdugo. Joe Adell, what is going on here? Joe Adell refractor. Hunter Renfroe, purple parallel to 250 for the San Diego Padres. Pavin Smith refractor for the D-backs. Robert, are you telling me that single malt scotch will stop my finger from twitching? I'm thinking maybe that's what you're telling me. I don't know. Rades for the Red Sox to 99. So another nice hit there for the Sox. But, oh, see, there goes that darn finger again. But not as nice, of course, as there's your Aaron Judge in a little best cuts anyway. Not as nice as that Devers. That Devers is Devers 1 of 1 is sweet. There's no way around it. That's a sweet, sweet hit. I don't know that I've ever had scotch. So I definitely haven't had single malt scotch, so I'll have to, I might be willing to try that too. Pavin Smith, and it is also an atomic refractor. So it's our monochrome case hit that is an atomic refractor as well. It is numbered to 25 for the Diamondbacks. So we're continuing on a pretty good little roll here so far tonight. Logan Warmoth for the Blue Jays. Another Clark Schmidt for the Yankees. I'm pretty sure we pulled one of him already, but we'll take a look. We'll we'll take a look at everything again when we recap. We'll have a little housekeeping to do, and then we'll recap. Jake Berger in the blue parallel to 150 for the White Sox. And Mr. Wax Packs is telling me you want the Devers shipped with insurance. You know, I will be happy to do that for you. I can just do it through, I've got a third-party company that I do parcel insurance through because it's just a little bit less money. Duplantier for the Diamondbacks. It's also usually a little easier if you do have a claim or something. So yeah, I don't mind doing it, but here's the thing you have to know, and this is important because this is the case anytime you insure something, whether it's through the post office or FedEx or my third-party service or anything. They're only going to let me insure it for the value of what you paid for the break. It won't let me insure it for the value of the card because it's based on the sales price. That's the unfortunate part. This is to 125, and this is the guy who I told you we pull, and I can never say his name. So Hira, whatever his name is, for the Brewers. So another case where we end up with 2 of the monochrome case hits. We've had more than half of our cases have had 2 monochromes as opposed to the 1 that we're supposed to have. Tristan McKenzie for the Indians. Oh, I can still insure it for you, Mr. Wax Packs. And I won't charge you for it. That's fine. I mean, they don't charge me a lot. I pay a flat fee every month, and it covers a certain amount of insurance, and then anything beyond that I insure, I pay extra for, but it's not a huge amount. The Angels, Mike Trout, cracked ice, not cracked ice, atomic refractor in the best cuts, followed by a regular Mike Trout best cuts. So yeah, that's fine. And I will definitely put it in a one touch for you. Trevor Rogers for the Marlins. And I think you've gotten a one touch for me before, but in case you haven't, the way I will do it is I'll log into eBay. I will see what email you use in eBay, and then I'll pull that email address, and that is the one that I will send a PayPal money request to for that case. So you'll just get a PayPal money request for $3, and it'll go to whatever email you have on file with eBay. And I'll do that shortly after we finish the break. Buster Posey to 250 for the Giants. And I always kind of have to say that in the break itself because eBay gets super unhappy if you talk about things involving cash transactions for anything that they didn't get a chunk of because it didn't sell on eBay. So Matt Sauer for the Yankees. Even though it is related to an eBay purchase, they frown on that sort of stuff. So I don't like to talk about all that back and forth in eBay messages too much. Max Scherzer, atomic refractor for the Nats. So that is why I tell you in advance what to look for and where it'll come to. Derek Fisher for the Astros is our last autograph out of here. And then we're going to end it up with an Evan White refractor. So a couple things we have to do yet. Of course, we're going to recap everything. But before we recap, we have another thing that we got to handle here, which is all of these mirror image cards. And I'm going to put one of these into a sleeve so I can write on it here in a minute. So once again, just to remind you, what I'm going to do is go to random.org. I'm going to put in 2 entries. One will say rookie/prospect. One will say veteran. Then I will hit random 3 different times. As before, the first 2 don't count. The third one will tell us where that card is going to go, or rather that stack of cards. So we'll see how that comes out here in a minute, and then we'll go through the stack and take a look at it so you'll know card by card what's going where. Whoops, especially because we have one in there that's a gold parallel. All right, so first one doesn't count, second doesn't count, third and final does. And there you see 3 times. There's our date and time stamp. It came up as rookie/prospect. So I am going to circle our prospect side. Once again, that is on the sleeve, obviously not on your card itself. Yeah, so, all right, so let's look through these. We'll see where each goes. That one will go to the Brewers. This one will go Joe Adell, Angels, Brendan McKay, Rays, Rosario, Mets, Benintendi, Red Sox, Gore, Padres, Moncada, White Sox, Jacob Faria, Rays, Rosario for the Mets. That's one of our colors. I'm going to set it aside as well. Brendan McKay for the Rays, Kopech, White Sox, Judge, Yankees, Bellinger, Dodgers, Lewis for the Twins, Rafael Devers, Red Sox, Robles for the Nats, Kopech for the White Sox, and Kevin Maytan for the Braves. So that's how the mirror images are going to be distributed. Now we'll take a look at our atomic refractors. I think I got all these set aside, guys. If you saw, excuse me, if you saw another one go through earlier that you don't see in this stack, of course, you're still going to get it when I do the sorting. I may have just inadvertently stacked it in the wrong place. I tried to keep them all separate, but every once in a while I might forget and stack one in the wrong spot, in which case you wouldn't see it there, but you will, of course, still get it if you saw it go by earlier. Our color, once again, of course, this one will be headed to the Mets with Rosario because random awarded it to the rookie/prospect spot. The purple is to 250, the blue is to 150, the green is to 99, the gold is to 50 on all of our color that we're going through here. And then finally, that's going to bring us up to our autographs to recap. Derek Fisher, Matt Sauer for the Yankees, Rogers for the Marlins, Tristan McKenzie for the Indians. One of our 2 monochrome case hits, this one to the Brewers, numbered to 125. Duplantier for the Diamondbacks, Schmidt, Yankees, Warmoth, Blue Jays. Our second monochrome case hit, this one for the D-backs, numbered to 25. Atomic Refractor, Pavin Smith. Roddy's to 99 for the Red Sox in the green parallel. Mitchell White, Dodgers. Yuli Gurriel, Astros. Brett Phillips, Brewers. Our nice little Rafael Devers 1 of 1 for the Red Sox, which we're going to put in a one-touch in a minute. Shane Baz for the Pirates. Clark Schmidt for the Yankees. Chris Sale, Red Sox. That was not to 99 on the Chris Sale. Verdugo for the Dodgers. McKay for the Rays. Royce Lewis for the Twins. Acuna for the Braves. Chance Adams, Yankees. Heria, Brewers. Quentin Holmes to 10 for the Indians. Adam Hazley, Phillies. Jay Groom, Red Sox. P.J. Conlon, Mets. Nate Pearson, Jays. Tristan McKenzie, Indians. Drew Ellis, D-backs. Jeter Downs, Cincinnati Reds. Evan White, Mariners. Adam Hazley again for the Phillies. And I say again, I think we hit him a while ago too. David Peterson for the Mets. That is what we have in store for tonight. Nolan, I didn't have any football ending tonight. So, yeah, I don't have a football break tonight anyway. I've got some coming up later this week. I can show you what those are if I can get myself on the right page. This is what we have coming up this week. So there is a Contenders football break tomorrow night, along with, as you see, a number of other things there. Some absolute basketball and some more jerseys and an autographed baseball and all kinds of stuff. And on through the week. Actually meant to get Contenders football, the back half of that case. I actually intended to have end on Friday night along with Chronicles baseball, and I just ran out of time. I didn't get it done. I didn't get it listed, so I guess we'll break the back half of Contenders, which will be break number 6 on probably Saturday. So we'll break one half on Monday and the rest, I guess, on Saturday. So that is what the upcoming week looks like so far for the next 5 days anyway. And once again, shipping on this, guys, I expect to get out hopefully on Wednesday. And as always, I thank you very much for breaking with me and bidding with me, keeping me company and chat and all that stuff. And I hope I'll see you again on one of those other breaks. And in the meantime, have a great rest of your night. Enjoy what's left of the weekend, and we'll all be back at it, back to the grind tomorrow. See you soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.